Hey everybody, how's it going? Doing a video for Tonyponyf for his new wargaming blog he started, um, or started. And for those of you who don't know, outside of the YouTube community, there's of course the internet community at large for wargaming, for websites like the main websites for different war games, like Games Workshop, for example, large forums like the Warseer or Boulder Chainsword, as well as fan-made websites that have just made a ton of popularity. I don't really have an example offhand, but I'm sure everybody has at least one that they kind of visit or used to visit. And then there's the blogging community. Uh, I would say, I don't know for sure, of course, but I'd be willing to say with some authority, not authority, but some confidence, that's the word, um, that the blogging community is larger than the YouTube community for the sole purpose of it's simpler to blog than it is to make a video and upload it. That's not a bad thing. And I think you should tap all mines of information, if you want to use like a mining reference, all the different veins of info that you can get for the war game should you be dedicated to the hobby and enjoy the hobby, want to learn more and figure things out. So in relation to that, Tonyponyf has relaunched a blog of his. It's called the United Nations Imperial Guard, named after his Imperial Guard army, essentially. And it focuses solely on the Imperial Guard. So he won't like go talking about orcs or anything unless it's how to fight orcs as the Imperial Guard, I'm guessing. But pretty much Tactica, theories, unit reviews for the Imperial Guard. And one thing that, like, as we know with YouTube channels, and the same thing with blogs and even forums, is if you don't check them out, they kind of die. They need people to check it out. I have first-hand knowledge on this, and running my own blog, The Fortress Monastery. It's petered out. You can tell where I started making YouTube videos and where I just stopped doing the stuff I did on the blog because I just rant about it. But I will be changing that soon enough. That's not the point. The point is I can attest, as somebody who does both a YouTube channel and a blog, to the difficulty and the time it takes to maintain both and keep them both fresh without being mirrors of each other. So, I give Tonyponyf credit there for doing that. So check it out. I mean, the whole point of a blog is that people read it, so I think if people check out, even if you don't really like blogs, I can understand not liking to make a blog, but there are people out there who just don't like reading blogs, and I kind of understand it, but at the same time, it's not like you have to read every article on a blog or watch every video on every YouTube channel. You can just pick and choose what you want. So I think it's worth checking out even if you don't normally like blogs. I would say that about mine too, but I'm not plugging mine here, or other ones out there. And what's nice is if they're part of a group, or if they have followers, or if they have something that lists all the blogs they watch, you can go from one blog site to the next and open up a whole web or nexus type of information. But at the very least, check out his blog because he is putting a lot of time and effort into this and making it different from his YouTube channel and still keeping his YouTube channel going while making something specifically dedicated to the Imperial Guard. Now, even if you don't like the Imperial Guard, you could hate the army completely. I still think it's worth checking out. And why? Well, because you're going to face Imperial Guard armies. It stands to good reason, if you will, especially that kind of growing in popularity with the new codex that came out. Or any army. If you hate any army, you should still read up on them, because with this case, the Imperial Guard, let's say you play orcs or you play whatever. Reading up on unit in-depth analysis of the Imperial Guard, theories that the Imperial Guard use, that you can also possibly use, and tactica that may be employed against your army by the Imperial Guard or just in general by the Imperial Guard, helps you counter the Imperial Guard. If you know what they're going to do, you can build steps to try and countermeasure that. Now, of course, they can do the same thing, but it helps. I know 40 Keys uses this mantra, but it's true. Information is power. So, the more information you have on enemy armies, especially if you know you're going to be facing them a lot, the better off you are, and the bigger head start, I don't know what that is anyway, head start you may have against them. Now, of course, it depends on army lists and the terrain on the board and the mission, and overall the luck of the dice rolls. But any leg up you have is worth taking. And it's not like you're cheating. It's just this information is freely available. It's good to know. Also, in looking at theories or tactics that the Imperial Guard employ, even if you don't play the Imperial Guard at all, you can look at what they employ and then think, I have units that do something similar, that are, dedicated anti-tank or good for anti-horde, or I have war gear like this. I can apply these theories or tactics in relation to my army. And that's also pretty good. It's also, of course, if you're an Imperial Guard player, if you're just starting out, a dedicated source to this army, or whatever army you're playing, and in this case the Imperial Guard is great for you, of course, because this helps you get started. I'm not going to say you should follow everything everybody says, and of course you have to develop your own play style, but this helps you see how other people's play styles are, or what other people's play styles are, as well as their views on things, and you can take that, look on it, use it as a basis, and then form your own views on things once you get more knowledgeable, if you're new. Also, if you're whether you're new to the gaming 40k in general, and this is going to be your first army, or whether you're new to the Imperial Guard coming over from like Eldar or even Space Marines or whatnot. Even if you're a veteran, it's worth checking out. I mean, I consider myself a veteran / guru / fan of the Dark Angels. I think I'm very knowledgeable about them. I think I know how to do tactics with them and build armies for them and play them. It's still, I'm not going to discount somebody else's theories and tactica on how they play the Dark Angels, or in general, a little bit general on Space Marines, but there's differences, and I can go into that here. The point is, as a veteran, you would be foolish not to read other people's viewpoints, especially if they themselves are also self-appointed or viewed as veterans of that army. So, because you may come across an idea, a mindset, a theory, a tactic, or a analysis you didn't think of, or maybe you thought of it but not quite in that way, or didn't develop it further, and that can help you in making a different army choice, or like army list choice or war gear choice, or a different tactic that you may not have thought about because maybe it just didn't come to you, and that happens all the time. So I'm kind of rambling here and ranting, but the point is, check out Tonyponyf's blog. I think you should not only check his out, and then if there's anybody else who runs a blog, like I run a blog, Catfish Baller runs a blog, I know other people run a blog, you should check out blogs in general, not just ours from the community, but then look at his. From there, should you like and reading blogs, because sometimes the written word is a lot better at getting things across than speaking, because sometimes you have dogs in the background, like you hear now, and it gets distracting. But anyway, check it out. Check out blogs in general, but be sure to check out his United Nations Imperial Guard blog, as it does focus purely on an army, which a lot of blogs don't, as well as that it's new, and in order to help you get off the ground, it needs people to check it out and put input in as well. I'm sure he'll appreciate any input or just advice / criticisms you have, and it's worth checking that out. We are a gigantic wargaming community, regardless of what sites and stuff we use primarily, and so if we can't help out each other, who's going to help us out? Hope the dogs weren't too distracting. If you even heard them, I don't know if you did. I did. But anyways, yeah, give it a try. Check it out. I hope this helps you out, Tonyponyf, and good luck. So until next time, guys, take it easy.